my wife, and I had 2 children. I remember it. That's a wild.
Please like the video, subscribe, and ring the bell, please.
Good Filipino morning, everybody.
It's evening, Ken. It's evening already.
Good evening, everybody. Sorry, there's a lot of darkness in my life, so I don't know sometimes when it's day or night.
Which is appropriate because we want to ask you about your life today.
Okay.
A lot of viewers and subscribers have been asking and very curious about Ken. How did Ken come about?
Well, I think I owe that kind of explanation.
It's not an explanation.
To the viewers, you know. Yeah.
No. You don't owe anybody nothing. If you want to, you tell it. If you don't want to, don't
I'll be
tell
happy to share it with you.
Okay. So, carry on. I'll let you take the floor. If you want to start from birth, or you want to start from wherever you want to start, and then walk along the line. And I'm sure everybody's fascinated about your brief story about singing at the Westminster Abbey.
Well, I started singing when my grandmother took me home, and
your paternal or maternal grandmother?
My grandmother, my real grandmother.
Your mother's mother, or your
my mother's mother.
Okay.
And first thing she did, being a Christian woman as she is, she took me to church. And I had, even then at an early age, I had a love of singing. And 3 weeks later, she'd got me into the church all the way along up to becoming first tenor in the church. Within 3 weeks, I couldn't believe that. But it was great. It was a lovely experience. I remember the choir master saying to me the Sunday before that church that he wanted me to sing a solo. Is that the word I'm looking for? A solo. It was I think.
A cappella?
Yeah, it's all a cappella, yeah. No, it's not all a cappella because they got the church organ. But my grandmother was a church organist.
Uh-huh.
And the vicar got me to sing, I will remember it, a hymn called I remember it. That's a wild memory. It was a song called "God Is Love," and I saw that, and my grandmother did what I'm doing. She was crying. Anyway.
You let me know if you want to take a break, okay? Because I know you're...
No, it's okay. I went on to become active in the church, and at that time I was in school, Pentra Grammar School, no, not Grammar School, Pentra's Secondary School. Right, I wasn't the brightest star in the world. I failed my what they call the 11 plus exam. The 11 plus exam is taken at 15 years of age, and that's the end of your schooling. From there you go off to go to the world. So 14, or let's go back a little, 11, I bought a cheap used guitar and skiffle rocks, skiffle groups were the craze. Lonnie Donegan, people like that. I cut my teeth singing those. They weren't rock, but skiffle. We had nine guitars in the band. It was hilarious. And I went on to my first job. I worked in a foundry. You know what a foundry is?
No.
A foundry is where they melt metals.
Okay.
And my job was shoveling loads of brass gun shells from the war and the previous war and the shooting range and all that. Anyway, we got tons and tons of these empty shells, and there was a big furnace, big open doors there, and I'd shovel them get a shovel into the furnace, so that they could get melted down into metal ingots. When we got the shells, they were dipped in an acid bath to cleanse whatever might be left of particles of gunpowder. And then I shake them into another tray, and they drained off. So I was all day, every day. I was shoveling these. One day, when one smart son of a gun kid came in along with a bottle full of shells and tipped them into my space, so I just picked them up, shoved them in, bam! They weren't. It
was alive.
They weren't alive, but they got gunpowder residue.
Oh.
They never cleared that guy. That shovelful of shells wasn't rinsed in the acid, so and I got shot, literally. Boom, 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 all these, and I ended up with that much of my hair left.
Yeah.
Not one hair in my head. I always remember it.
Yeah.
I wasn't hurt. I was almost. I wanted to become a singer, but I became a singer. I got singed.
Yeah.
That's a funny. Anyway, from there, I quit that job. I was only paid £2 and 3 halfpence. That's 1.5 pennies. And I found a job locally with a company called Polycuffs.
How did you end up in the United States?
Oh,
What age were you when you went to the United States?
'34, I think.
You were
Ju-
34?
It was just after I went through. I'd had, yeah, 34.
What brought you to the United States?
I was recuperating with my wife, and I had 2 children, and we were coming to visit American friends that we became close friends in Iraq when I worked in the Middle East, and so I gotten cancer, and
You were diagnosed with cancer in the United States?
no, in Wales.
In Wales. This is before you go to the United States.
Yeah, we went to Wales for recuperation.
Okay.
Um,
And your wife and 2 kids that you were talking about, are they in America?
we all went together, the family. The
To
wife,
America?
yeah,
Okay.
and I became well. I beat cancer.
Okay.
I did when I was 43, 73. Ah, shit. 34 years old. And it was troublesome part of my life, because when I was healing in the hospital, the Chepstow Hospital, there were 7 people in that ward, all with the same kind of cancer as I had, and I'm the only guy that walked out of there. The other poor guys, they never made it. So anyway, I come to America, made some friends, I started working. Life was good. Life in America was good. I loved America. And I was there for 33 years in America, living in America, in California.
And during this time, was your family with you?
Yes. My wife and my son and my daughter. Coming to the end of that 34 years, just before I divorced her, she found another guy, dumped me. My daughter, it was an odd situation. My daughter wasn't really my daughter. She was, I hate to say this, but the truth was, my daughter was she was the nastiest little girl anyway.
How old was she?
18.
She was 18, so she was on her rebellious phases.
And also on her second child.
On her what?
Second child, baby.
Second child.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she was, yeah. My son was my life. My son was in the Air Force in Colorado, Denver, Colorado. And whilst he was in the 2 years that he spent there, as he was just, he just finished his finished with the Air Force. We never had a phone then. We just had send letters to each other. And my son, we were like that. I loved him so much. When he was coming home, he wrote me a letter and he said, Dad, I'll be home at, I think it was 3 o'clock on such and such a date. I'm on the way. I lived in a 4-bedroom house, swimming pool. Life was good. But my wife was gone. My daughter was gone. But my son was there. So I lived around the corner of this street, and my neighbours, all of my neighbours loved my son. His name was Gareth. They loved him, they adored him. He was just a nice human being. He was a very, very, very nice guy. So the day that I was expecting him, I knew he was, I thought he was coming home at 3 p.m. Well, at 6 a.m. I was out sitting on the lawn with a cup of coffee, a mug of coffee, and I waited. And the neighbours had put banners up, welcome home Gareth, and everybody was excited. And 9 o'clock, lunch, 3 o'clock, he's coming. 7 p.m., 6 p.m., 9 p.m., midnight. He never came. All my neighbours were in the curtains looking to see where he goes. He never come home that day. So we're talking, my neighbours said, oh, he's probably tired, he's driven all that way. He probably just got a hotel and stayed for the night, and then he'd come home, which he did it at times. So 6 o'clock in the morning, I got my mug, my flask of coffee, waited for him. He'd be down, he'd be home soon. And I waited. 6 a.m., 9, noon.
And you didn't have phones at that time?
No.
Okay.
9 in the morning, 6 in the morning, 9.
How many days did you end up doing that?
He never came home. I never saw him again.
He never came home?
I never saw him anymore. His mother had got taken off with her boyfriend, and they were living locally. My ex-wife, or my wife, and they were both boyfriends, Kathy, and my daughter, and my son. I found out had moved in and he was living with them. He'd come home from the Air Force, but he never come home.
You went to your wife at that time's house, and he never bothered to come, even though they lived locally. He never bothered to come and see you.
He wasn't. We had such a bond. We were so close, and suddenly life just stopped. Gareth never come home. So I got my divorce sorted out. And I sold the house. And I went to live. In the meantime, I had a lot of friends locally in Riverside, where we lived, in California. I sold the house and I moved to, at that time, I joined barbershop singing.
Can I rewind a little bit? You're keeping me very suspenseful. Did you ever find out why your son never came home?
You know, I never got an answer for that.
You never got an answer for that?
No, he just didn't want to be around me.
Okay. Have you been in contact with him ever since?
Once.
And he never gave you an explanation, even that one time that you were in contact?
No. The one time he said, "Dad, it's me." Now we had a phone now. A couple of years later, he said, "Dad, this is me.
So he called you?
Your mother wants to talk to me." And I said, "I don't know who you are. Please don't bother me anymore, and tell your mother to go and fuck herself."
Why? You were angry?
That was my ex-wife.
Yeah, I know. How many years was it since in between the time that you had a divorce with her and that phone call?
Oh no.
Would you say 10? Would you say 5? Would you say 2?
Time. A few years.
It's okay. I don't want to challenge your...
No, I can't remember exactly. I wanted take out the memories, throw them away, clean my head.
Yeah. So how did you end up in the Philippines?
I was 23 years singing barbershop. Very successfully, professionally. I sang all over the States, Mexico, UK, and then I decided, in the meantime, I'd spent many years traveling back and forth to the Philippines, and I made a lot of friends.
So you came to the Philippines originally to perform?
No, I came at the time I was running. I wasn't running. I was part of a travel agency. It was what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Oh, there were so many people.
A tour guide?
No, not.
No?
It was online. Anyway, this particular year, I was part of this group. I got the top prize for membership and new people, and I got a £10,000 award. for being so like you.
I don't understand the reference. I missed it. I'm sorry. Like you were so energetic. You were
No,
so.
I signed up on I signed up with people with the with the there's new members of the travel group. I sold a lot of the memberships. I made good money, like you.
In the Philippines?
No, before I got to the Philippines. While I was in the Philippines, and I got this.
Wait, Ken. What brought you to the Philippines? Was it music?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
I met two Filipino people in Manila who were part of this, who were now in the US and were part of this membership group of travelers, and I can't remember the word. So it's a husband and wife team, and he said to me, "What are you going to do with the 10,000 award that you got?" And I said, "Yeah, I think I'll take a holiday." Oh, he said, "That's nice." He was Filipino and she was Filipina. He said, where are you going to go? He said, "I don't know where to go." And the Filipino and Filipina said to me, "Why don't you go to the Philippines?" Oh, okay. My brother lives there, and he's got a car, he can show you around, and that's where I went. I ended up in the Philippines.
Oh, so you won a $10,000 reward, and
Right.
your two Filipino friends,
Yeah.
Introduced or verbally suggested the Philippines to
And
you.
I thought, that sounds good. Off I went.
And how long ago was this?
31 years ago.
31 years ago. So
Oh,
you
no.
came.
No, sorry.
Do you remember what age you were?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's okay, Ken. It's not important. The timeline is not important.
Anyway,
Go ahead.
I had a great time in the Philippines. I loved it. I was there for a month, and I came back home, and then I thought I want to go again. Several months later, I go again. So I ended up being there for about 12 years. Twice a year, I'd be going. And I thought, what am I doing? Why am I wasting all my money traveling for two times a year for 2 months? I'm going to move to the Philippines. So I finished up with the barbershop group and sold. I had, at that time, then before I left, I bought a really lovely mobile home. I sold that. I sold my Ferrari. I sold my Rolls Royce. I sold my 745 BMW on my new Toyota. I can't remember the name of it. I sold all that. I pocketed the money off to the Philippines.
What is it about the Philippines that have you loved so much that you come here twice a year before you decide to live here?
I went from top to bottom, from and the beautiful weather, the lakes, the sea, the 73,
100
yeah,
islands.
yeah.
So
It
you're
was
a nature guy.
oh, beautiful. I just enjoyed it, and in the end I said, I'm not. Why am I wasting my time? I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything in California, so let's go.
Let's go live in the Philippines.
Absolutely.
And I think that is similar to you. It's the 7,300 islands that brought me here. I'm a nature person myself.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I
think I visited all but one of those. No, I'm kidding. I went to most.
Yeah. It's just fascinating, yeah? I mean, from one island to another is a slightly different culture.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
Different languages, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And the people, yeah. I loved it.
Yeah, because a lot of, well, not a lot, but quite a few viewers speculate that a dating site brought you to the Philippines, which
No.
is not true, right?
No. I got married.
In the Philippines.
Yeah.
Do tell.
I met a girl from online, and I went to visit with her in
How long ago was this?
about 12 years ago,
Okay.
and I met her and her family, and they're very poor, wonderful people. I decided we got married, and I took her on a 2-week vacation to, what's the island? One island in the Philippines, Port Princesa.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Palawan.
Palawan.
Mm-hmm.
She liked that, and I said, well, let's get married. And we decided to get married in Minganilla, in Cebu.
Mm-hmm. Did you have any children from that marriage?
No. I'll share with you this because it's so unusual. It was very odd the way it worked. We were married for 11 weeks.
You were married for 11
We were
weeks.
married for 11 weeks only, 4 of which I spent on my honeymoon in Thailand. But we lived in Minganilla.
Did she go to Thailand with you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you spent 11 weeks in Thailand?
11 weeks in the Philippines. 4 of those weeks we traveled to Thailand for our extended honeymoon. Then we came back to.
So I'm a little bit confused as to how are you married for 11 weeks while
Okay,
in the
that's
Philippines?
I'm about to tell you.
Okay, good.
Hold it. Hold your teeth. So, 11 weeks later, we were spending our days. I had a very nice terraced row houses where I lived. New house. I was renting a place there 10 weeks, 10 pesos a month. I had all Filipino and 2 American neighbors, and our days were taken his house tonight, we'll be singing karaoke and drinking and enjoying ourselves. Tomorrow is his house. Then tomorrow is his house. Then it's my turn. We went through it. That's how we enjoyed ourselves. And one day, she's not there. I don't know where she was. So we were singing, we were drinking, and I came out to look. And my wife was in the house, and she opened the door. She looked at me. And then she went in. And, strange. I went to the house. See what she was doing. Maybe she was cooking or something. I opened the door. I said, "Hi, babe." She goes, "Argh!" Whoa. What's all that about? What's wrong? She said, "I know you love her." Oh God, there we go. It's the jealousy thing. What are you talking about? I don't know. I don't love nobody. These are our friends. Come on, let's go. No, she was upset. I said, "Oh, come on, give me a hug. Give me a hug." I opened the door. She go to the house, and she came running at me, full force, with one 11-inch knife in this hand and one in the other, and she stabbed me.
She stabbed you where?
And here.
Mm-hmm.
I grabbed her by her hair, pulled her around, took the knives off her, and threw it out. She come back in, and she wouldn't leave. That night she slept upstairs. I stayed on the sofa. She said, "I'm going to see my best friend in the morning." I don't know why. I thought, perfect. So she left. I went down to the security. I took a photo with me of her, and that I said to him, "That woman is not allowed in this house again." And she was gone at the end of that.
But you're still legally married to her, yeah?
No.
There's no divorce in
Well,
the Philippines, huh?
yeah, that's I don't know how to handle it. 6 years later, she remarried a Muslim guy, and she told everybody that she's divorced. She's got a new Muslim husband. They were living down south.
Okay.
And I thought, fine, okay. Does that mean I'm married? I'm not married now. I'm okay. I like to think so.
That's not how it works, though.
No, it's not how it worked.
No.
But she was with that guy, and she's still with him, I believe.
Yeah, but we don't have the same privilege as the locals.
That's right.
Yeah. So, yeah. And, when you say you have no living relatives, you actually do, but you're just not in communication with them. Is that statement correct?
Oh, my son.
And your daughter.
Yeah. That's a fact.
Okay. So, but you haven't talked to them for how many years? Like, no communication for over 20? Would you say?
Less than 20, but
Less than 20?
been a long time.
Okay. More than 10? It's okay, Ken. It's not important. 12 years?
15 years, I don't know.
They don't want anything to do with you, and you don't want to do anything with them.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay.
In the meantime, in that first start of my Filipino life, I met a girl, Marilyn, from Liloan. We were together for 3 years. We never.
Was there an age gap between the two of you?
Yeah, she was 25.
Uh-huh. And how old were you at that time?
Well, late 70s.
Okay, late 70s? Okay.
And then one day I caught her stealing my money. So within about 5 minutes, I'd got all of her stuff packed, and I drove her to a relative's house. Goodbye. She was a lovely girl, very nice.
But she was stealing from you. How lovely can she be?
Huh?
But she was stealing from you. How lovely can she be?
Yeah, once I saw this, found out she was stealing, gone. Then I come to meet a couple of girls here, a couple of girls there, just doing the rounds kind of thing. I had lots of good friends. One girl, she called me. I can't remember how she found my number. She said, "I'd like to meet you." Oh, who are you? This is Louise. She was 21.
You didn't, your spider senses didn't tingle and,
No.
so a 21-year-old girl calling a 70-plus-year-old man
Well,
out of the blues, unexpected, and you weren't.
I was well known. I was popular for the band.
So you thought it was a groupie?
She got my number from the band. So I went to Consolation SM, and I met. We met at the mall. She said hi. She was very nice. Whew, yeah. She said, shook hands. Can we meet? I said, we already have. So I took her to my home. I was there for 7 months with her. But she adamantly, she wanted a baby. And I said, no. No. I couldn't give her a baby anyway because I wasn't medically fit enough for that. That's another story. From my illness,
Cancer.
yeah. So we hit it off for like 7 months, and we had a great time. And then she said, "Well, it's time for me to go."
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll just cut it short here so we can have dinner, okay, Ken? Yeah, so that's it, guys. That's Ken's story and how he ended up in the Philippines here. I'm sorry, I'm very shiny because it's so humid here and my face is all greasy. But anyway, I just thought I'd take the opportunity to have Ken, get the opportunity to tell the story before he goes home on the 17th, which is just about 11 days from today. And after that, I don't think we would have that opportunity to tell such an extensive story. But yeah, so Ken, came to the Philippines when he was real young and introduced to the Philippines by his 2 Filipino friends back in the United States in San Diego, you said, or Riverside? San Diego?
Right, San Diego.
Okay. in San Diego. So a lot of people have asked a lot of questions to the comment section, and I hope that answers your question. Meanwhile, thank you very much for tuning in to my channel, and you ever supported my channel. I'm forever grateful. Until next time, y'all have a good one.